What's good? We back with the boxing clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfella live with another breakdown and prediction. We did the Gary Russell and JoJo Diaz breakdown prediction earlier. I'll leave that link in the description. And we working now. Just got done breaking down some film of Adonis, Stevenson, and Badou Jack. Here to give you, I hope, a good, solid breakdown and prediction. And we here, man. It's going down in Toronto. I think the Air Canada Center, right where the Toronto Raptors play at. And this is the blue chip matchup of the weekend. And you got the 40-year-old, Adonis Stevenson coming in, 5'11", has a reach of 77-inch arms. That was a shocker to me. And it explains a lot. Badou Jack, 6'1". I think he got 73-inch arms, Taller guy, shorter arm, shorter guy, longer arms. Got one of those matchups. And, opening statement, it's a good fight. Most boxing fans feel Adonis Stevenson left hand will be a factor. Most fans say he just got a left hand. And I definitely disagree with that. It's more dimensions to Adonis Stevenson's game than meets the naked eye, because I've just broke down enough film of him to know that. Badou Jack, he definitely is in the ballpark, definitely has a hell of a chance to beat Adonis Stevenson, but he gonna have to change some things coming into this fight, and as well as Stevenson, man. And I think it's more of Badou Jack's control to change what he needs to change than Stevenson. Some things he can't control, and I'm explaining those things. It's a lot of, I guess you call them tangible things and intangible, depending on how you look at it. But let's get to this traditional breakdown and prediction. Never roll with the boxing clinic or more. I hope to give you pretty much a complete breakdown and prediction, and not just take over your whole time. I'm not big on lengthy videos. This one deserves a little bit more lengthy video. I like to get to the point, get in, get out. I don't want to do a 20-minute video and come on. I got time for all that. I know everybody got lives, but it's on Showtime, Air Canada Arena in Toronto, not too far from there. Should have thought about going, but I don't have my enhanced license or passport of yet. That's lazy shit right there. That should have been done. Premier Boxing Champions, y'all know what it is. And starting off with the champ, WBC champion Adonis Stevenson, one of the most hated dudes in boxing, and most people can, we already know why. For him, his strength is obviously the left hand. I probably get, thumbed down and a whole bunch of negative comments if I didn't start off with the left hand. Most people just think Stevenson is just all left hand. I'm here to tell you that's not it, but that's a very, very important, potent part of his game. That left hand, working it up and down, it's crucial. It's crucial. He don't really hook it a lot, but he just varies it straight up, straight down. He got a nice little left hook on the left uppercut on the inside as well. It's a little funky, but it's sweet. His footwork, man, is very underrated. His footwork, gets him in and out of trouble. He'll step over, use angles. You probably wouldn't have noticed it because he haven't really been in a lengthy fight in quite some time. But he got decent footwork, man. His footwork is very, very good. It's one thing that stood out on film. Watching him, I'm like, because I haven't broke down Adonis Stevenson film. I can't remember since when, because he hasn't been active or in big fights. But his footwork, he steps around. He can get in and out. He can go side to side. He can cha-cha with it. Cha-cha real smooth. Right foot, let's stump. He can do little things with it, man. He's very more complex than we give him credit for. But he got good footwork. He got excellent feints. His feints set up a lot. It sets the table, serves the dinner and dessert. His feints is probably the second most important thing to his left hand. He got a solid jab as well. And I think his jab is underrated, but it's only as potent as it is because of the feints in the left hand. Everybody worried about the left hand, so the jab gets in there clean. He works it up and down. And the left hand comes up. And I think the left hand gives a lot of guys mental fatigue. It's on your mind so much that you forget the jab coming. And then, the jab will flash you, and you already waiting for the left hand, and you already bracing for it. It spooks a lot of fighters coming into him. But pretty much that's it. I think the feints are the most underrated thing in his game, right, with the footwork. But he's more complete than we give him credit for. For Badou Jack, He's a textbook fighter, man. Really basic, but he does everything really good. He's not the most powerful puncher. Got a good jab. He got an excellent counter left hook. He got a good left hook, good right hand. One of our better fighters on fighting in the inside today. He can, you let him get on the inside, which we'll talk about that in a minute. He could rip you to death. And he took, DeGale's air out his tires. He took Groves air out his tires with some body work. And if you let him get on the inside, it ain't too many too many people at light heavyweight, super middleweight that's going to, beat Badou Jack on the inside. Like I said, he's one of the premier inside fighters when you let him. But he's just not limited to that. He like to fight at that middle, that pocket range as well. And he works, and that's pretty much Badou Jack, man. He throws pretty much every punch, textbook. But you talking about what he does, great. The body work, counter left hook, good jab, will double it up, and the right hand gets in there. But that body work and that counter left hook, that's a lot of things that stand out with me with him and the jab. Talking about weaknesses, Badou Jack, one of the weaknesses that may hurt him in this fight, man. Now listen up. Badou Jack is one of those guys that use his legs to move, to be his best defense. His footwork is his best and really only defense, along with putting the earmuffs on. Now, if you attack Badou Jack and put him on the back foot unwillingly, he will put those earmuffs on and basically curl up and let you work. And then after you get done working, he might try to counter you on the back end, way on the back end. That's a problem, because if Stevenson flashes you with the jab, with some feints, he gets you to commit to putting those earmuffs on. He gonna find a way for 12 rounds to put that left hook in there and hit you. And I know people saying, well, what about Badou Jack chin? I won't say his chin is suspect. He got dropped by DeGale. He got stopped by Derek Edwards, who Adonis Stevenson knocked out, but he also got knocked out by Darnell Boom, the premier box killer. He gonna put you down, but Stevenson came back and beat Boom. But for Jack, I'm not holding the Derek Edwards thing against him. That was the perfect punch that he put on that temple, wherever it landed at. So I'm going to say Jack got a solid chin. I'm just going to give him a pass on that, but he has been knocked out, but so is Adonis Stevenson, so that's a wash. But when he put those earmuffs on, I know Stevenson is going to try to work in my Rihanna voice. And Jack can't do that, man. He's going to have to tie this man up, dip his head and tie him up, or he going to have to, move his head in this fight away from that left hand. Also for Jack, for him, he can't let Stevenson hold him on the inside, man. When Jack get on the inside, he got to work. I know that's not a weakness, but I got to just put that out there if I forget it. But other than that, man, that's the only real weakness I see from Badou Jack. He ain't the biggest puncher. He don't have any really special effects. He don't have blazing speed or this or that, but he got good timing with his counter punches, But he ain't a super athlete. One thing that scares me, he put the earmuffs on. That's the thing that really scares me about him. But that's pretty much it. He really don't have no big glaring weakness. And Adonis Stevenson, people say he one-dimensional. That's not true. I'll elaborate on that a little bit more. He hasn't been active. That's one thing. He's fought one time in 16, one time in 15. One time in 17, one time in 16, I believe. The last time he fought double digits was 2015. I believe the last time he went the distance was versus Sakio Bika. I don't know what happened to Sakio Bika. He was a tough guy, so I like to watch him fight. But the last time he went the distance was Sakio Bika. Also, he ain't went that many rounds of recent. Like I said, last time he went the distance was Sakio Bika. That was in 2015. Stamina, going late in fights. I think that's a problem. We explain on that more. Stamina, activity, and not just saying that he won't have stamina due to the inactivity. Even when he had, activity, he was fighting. He was getting tired late in fights versus Fonfara. He had some fatigue a little bit versus Sakio Bika. He had breathed hard as well. But for Jack, there's really no weakness. Other weaknesses than that, he's a good fighter. He's more multifaceted than most people would believe. And I think, he can fight him back for a little bit too. So, what he brings to the table is incredible. It's very, very underrated to the naked eye. I seen that for myself not too long ago. But most people will say the jaw because he's been knocked out before. But let's get into, the keys to victory. Then we talk a little bit more how I believe the fight should go for each guy. But how I think the fight will go a little bit more and give you my winner. For Stevenson, do what he do. Feint, use his footwork. He's a southpaw. Get his foot on the outside of Badou Jack lead foot. Shoot that left hand down the middle. Feint. Once you get Badou Jack to commit, because he will put them earmuffs on. Jab, fire off the left hand. Work the jab up and down. Put the left hand to the body, which Stevenson does go to the body. I think he's a little bit underrated with that. Bring the right hand, bring the straight left hand back up top, and get Jack to bite on some of them feints. And once he commits and put them earmuffs on, he gonna be a plotter and just try to cover up and make the left hand work for you. For Jack, for him is if he gets on the inside. Well, I seen Saki Abika get on the inside awful lot. He got to work. He can't let Stevenson hold him. Once, most fighters let you get on the inside and they hold you, that means 9 times out of 10 they can't fight on the inside. That's why they hold him. So Stevenson got to get on the inside and work. If he's able to get on the inside, he's able to really commit and get on the inside and really make a conscious effort to really go for it. I see a lot of us Adonis Stevenson opponents, they scared to really rush in because they thinking about the left hook. So Jack gonna have to step to his left to get away from Stevenson's left hook. And once he able to fire that right hand, even if it's a lead right hand to fall in, Stevenson will put them earmuffs on as well too and cover up too and get on the inside and work. And once Jack rips that body, he takes the air out of the tires early. If he's able to get to that inside point, Stevenson gonna wear down. And then Jack, he gonna become a stationary target like he was with Fonfora. Jack gonna be able to rip him to the body, go upstairs, and I think he'll end up, scoring a stoppage. Because Stevenson can't fight at that pace, man. I'm trying to tell you. That's another thing that Jack needs to do is set the pace very, very high. He needs to be very, very active. Don't let the left hand intimidate you, but don't completely forget about it as well. He got to go for it. A lot of guys just sit there at that pocket range or sit there and let Stevenson in the long range feint, get you to commit. He jump in with the left hand or he feint a little bit. He jump in with the left hand or he jab to the body, jab to the head or put the jab, in your face behind the left hand. A lot of guys is intimidated once they feel the thump of that left hand. Jack can't do that, man. Jack has to go for it, get on the inside and work. But how I think this fight's, end up playing out, man, is, if Jack is going to win this fight, like he going to do what I said. He going to have to get on the inside, work, not let the left hand intimidate him, step away from it, get his lead foot on outside of Stevenson lead foot, throw the right, straight right to the lead right to the head. Then when he get on the inside, he going to work. He going to deflate Stevenson tires, set a high pace. Don't let this dude just be comfortable and sit back, because he will by time. And Stevenson, he'll legitimately walk side to side from the ring, buy some time to get his stamina back up, and then he'll get on attack. If you let him fight at his pace, it's curtains. But for Stevenson, he needs to fight his pace, do what he usually do. Feint, use his footwork side to side. Throw the left hand early, intimidate Badou Jack. And also for weakness for Stevenson, he like 40-something years old. That's another weakness. And Jack got the youth. But to be honest, this is going to be a tough fight. Really, really, really tough fight. It's hard to really pick a winner here. But I'm picking a winner as I talk. And I'm going to go ahead and go with, it's tough. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with Badou Jack, man. I'm going to go with Badou Jack. 11th round stoppage. Throwing the towel style. I think he's going to be there. I think he's going to be resilient. I think it's his time. I think he's going to grasp it. I think he's going to, work the game plan, get to the body, set the pace high. I think he's going to come to do what he got to do and get that belt from Adonis Stevenson.